There is no 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
It has total darkness for 6 months of the year. So there's very little sunlight. And when the sun does come in the summer, it comes at such a very low angle that it doesn't provide a lot of heat. And the resultant is that it's the coldest place on Earth.
The sun doesn't wrap around Antarctica, and the sun sets in Antarctica every day of the year.
Now, first, I want to tell you briefly the difference between the top and the bottom of the world. Now, the North Pole is the center of a deep ocean, whereas the South Pole is the center of a high plateau, which averages 7,000 or 8,000 feet in altitude. Many species of flowers can be found at Etah, whereas around the South Pole, except for some very primitive plants, there is no life whatever beyond the edge of the continent. It is cold and silent, and there are no Eskimos. It is too cold for human beings to live there permanently. In fact, the only permanent resident is the emperor penguin, and he doesn't go beyond the edge of the continent. This great difference is due to the fact that the Antarctic continent is in the clutches of an ice age, such that existed many thousands of years ago at the top of the world. Because of this ice age, the Antarctic averages at least 30 or 40 degrees colder than the Arctic.
What if the sun disappeared? We'd lose our main heat source. Temperatures would plummet to minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit within a week. Our oceans would freeze over, and life as we know it would struggle to survive. Plants need sunlight for photosynthesis, so they'd stop producing oxygen. In short, the sun disappearing would spell doom for all life on Earth. Luckily, the sun isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
So in order for them to keep the lie alive, they got to say there's a 24-hour sun, but they got to go places where the average Joe can't go. So they take flat earthers there, and then they have them lie and say they saw a 24-hour sun.
But yet they believe there's an ice wall around Antarctica that you cross over and you fall to the abyss. Where's this photo of the ice wall?
Yeah.
I said there is no 24-hour sun in Antarctica. I am shadow banned. I have been taken off the internet for saying the earth is flat. They're faking the shape of the earth. I'm the guy that told Eric Dubé about flat earth. I'm the guy that told Dave Weiss about flat earth. I'm the guy that stirred the pot with flat earth. No, I'm not the best flat earth teacher, but I'm the guy that got people to teach you. And you can teach it, that's fine, but just don't prove it. And the reason they do that is because they want to stir the pot. They need two opposites. They want people to be into space travel. They want people to pay attention to the outer spaces. And they use flat earth to get people into it. So they promote the level earth people. They take away Eric's book publisher. They take away Eric's channel like 3 times. They don't let David Weiss put the Gleason map on his clock and show where people are in relationship to the sun and show the sun going over a plane. You need to be in 2 different places to have it work. It's complicated. But the app could do it, and we could show the July 8th sun, and we could do a lot of cool things on the app, but they'll take away his app if they do. They don't let you prove it. And now they're using flat earthers to lie and say that because of a 24-hour sun, we live on a space ball. We don't live on a space ball, guys. We live on a flat plane of existence, and then we make life happen in our memories and our minds, and they want to control it there. If I had $50,000 and I went to ALE and I went to Union Glacier, they wouldn't let me on the thing. And you think they're just going to let an average Joe go take a picture of that sunset? No, they're not going to let you do it. But what they'll let you do is build flat Earth so it builds the globe. That's what's going on with this fake 24-hour sun. They faked it. It's obvious. But I can't prove it. It's my word against theirs. It's just like the moon missions. Can you prove it? I don't believe it. I do not believe it. I do not believe they saw a 24-hour sun. It's just too fake. That was a fake experiment. You're going to shoot the sun through a fisheye lens? That's not scientific. I need to see the angle of that sun. Antarctica is controlled.
Since the North Pole and Antarctica are covered in ice and guarded no-fly zones, no ships or planes have ever been known to circumnavigate the Earth north-south directions. March 9th, 2016. That was the Google answer. Now, here we are 7 years later. Let's ask Google the same question and see what the answer is that it gives us in 2024. Okay, Google, can we circumnavigate over Antarctica the same way we asked in 2016? Okay, notice this time this little flat Earth thing pops up here. And it says polar circumnavigation. Polar circumnavigation is complete navigation around the Earth through both the North Pole and the South Pole. Several parties have successfully done it. Okay, now this supposed to took place in 1965, okay, but this didn't show up in 2016 when we searched this on Google, but if you look right down here, this wasn't entered into Google until July the 6th of 2018, after they started Flat Earth censorship.
I'm not recanting. I don't believe it was real. They're not going to let you go to Antarctica. In the future, yeah, they'll take a flat earther up to the moon, and they'll have the flat earther recant on the moon, just like Jaron recanted in Antarctica. I'm not going to recant. You take me out there and I see what Jaron saw, yeah, I'll put my head in the noose and I'll let you kick the stool. That's not reality. That's not what the sun does. That this is a game and this is a scam, and this is bigger than just the little communities on YouTube that argue about the shape of the earth. The whole world is waking up to the fake outer spaces. They're losing their empires, guys. And I will not recant in the final hour. They faked it. You faked it, and you know you faked it. There's no 24-hour sun in Antarctica, and the earth is flat.